Good morning and welcome to another great Monday edition of the Dialogue Show, Ghana's biggest and most highly respected political, social and current affairs talk show live here on the True Television. Aropedia Sedama Trade and Ponya Krupon to Trubun Sutiti Kwafrum or Siadio Ehuntehu Ehububrum or Kofre Boat Tanyamia. When hon prekase jame do fiti krutu na honje family divine selection no akayema ene joda July bosomini da toso and 4th of July 2022 Monday's edition. You can join us on our social media pages, especially on YouTube at Net2TV GH. Eho odo adwen chine fa ebeje bere the making kan nyina edemo do boka temonsem. And so, before Yashina Watchful for us, I want to speak on the subject topic. Is humility is the key to success. Humility, if you humble yourself, your superiors, your bosses, your managing directors, your chief executives, your parents, your others, and everybody that you are under or learning something from within the particular society or environment, you should know how to humble yourself before that person. Because according to the word of God, Bible say your brain ho ase no onyame omanoso no man ho so no onyame brain ase. So humility is the key to success. This morning I'm encouraging you, I'm advising you, I'm urging everyone watching me this morning live here on the True Television to be humble. If you humble yourself, it does not affect your salary, it does not affect your personality, it does not affect your pocket or your bank account. So I am encouraging everybody this morning to humble yourself. Bra ohwase ahobrase ewiem konimdi anopafutu amema ho bra ohwase ma ukunu ema ne bi muade emema ne bi nso mu moyerenom. If you don't know how to humble yourself, then you cannot achieve your aim. So ni obi na eye adwuma opani fa ahobrase ma no enti megidi se oye ne saa Ebeboao. Anopai 4th July 2022. Efutu kakra me de ma ono. Obi mre ne ho asenti ohun ne ho anu wabrabom. Da bia wa complain saa so bi ena ye no. Obi anye o. Bra ho ase. Bra ho ase ma yere bema. Oba nso bra ho ase ma okunu. Wadwuma ma wo bra ho ase ma opani. Me news department. It's my news editor. Or some brem wase. TV ha Mr. Robert Finn. Some brem wase mano. The production team or some any demo. My director Kenneth Agyapong, me CEO. Ahombrase, me nua ba bananya akoko or some brem wase mano. Akaka ben samni akokruko sam yemfa mobra. Tanopay se opesa ye udi ye etumpon na ko animu abraboma ahombrase. Good morning to everyone watching me, especially to my Reverend Minister, Dr. Anthony Kojobuache, Reverend Pastor. Also for Penny Nyamishrao, anyway, and church members in Moi, Mubua me, ma moto abama me, na no me beka se monto abama me, na me koje abaso body bi, abem, nti me fa konya eso aboma baso. Me boma baso papa mwa mwadi abwa me abena nya kuku ikuma atenase ene me team na True Television crew nyina me bom nyina baso ene the support ene me church members support mwadi a support me mini ababa bidu award ni desi ya no me mwati
ye nu abra
are you fine
yami adom
na change side ba kwa kan
yeah atune me no ese me nua ba ma ne Barnabas
ade Barnabas to ampa
ade
or to change
yeah me nua
so we need not to change that
me no
I don't so beating an answer day.
David says, "Menina, or the back of count the other."
That's also or be two. To come back, oh,
David, eh?
A man, 2 years. But Bema do bet me with account.
Ah, well.
In fact, a free July by beginning there. Oh, Nyoma be assassin.
Sir.
Oh, Nyoma be assassin. BBM assassin.
Sir.
Oh, yes.
Ah, okay.
Also,
assassin for the better, Anna.
Oh, yes.
And
in fact.
So, Papa also the make up about those one family.
Whatever.
Ah, okay.
Belande. On Tadian will be behind them.
Ah, okay.
Behind them.
Congratulations, brah.
That's it.
I hope senior doctor you and the anymore. Oh, until when Ghana Tertiary Excellence Awards.
Yeah.
Best Student TV Personality.
Yeah.
Or what any entry boss. Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And Dr. Yuan.
David, why?
That's up one away.
Oh, now was December, so over some got the award. On your papa.
Oh, so much in to move.
Oh, you're correct.
By saying as a quality change the award.
The chess are gonna for power. But we say, dear, say any or more school, AUCC, nay, or more GIJ, nay, or more Wisconsin communication near D. Send a TV presenter, dear, our science student, dear, and there's any that is Obiano. And you know, when you and Danny Bia, congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
But to have born a tortoise on it.
Why? Oh, and I send the young one.
As usual. IMF.
Yeah.
What in one?
Go, Martin wants some say.
What in was
Martin wants some. Yes, IMF phone come about Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah, the corner.
Now, yeah, negotiations.
But yeah, the corner former president Denny Biana because
no. IMF no. More programs, baby. Program. And I chance if you answer any more so.
Definitely.
What you say? First, then I call and I can't even penny my hammer pencil. Now, total mismanagement in a dear copy.
IMF, okay.
What you say?
Okay.
So, the number of countries or more.
Yeah, no penny come on,
over 100.
Yes,
over 100
half of the world.
And then I catch them.
Ubia Quayam.
A catcher will say, and we are sick as some Janabiana, and yet. And Ghana no be a mismanagement. There be that is the difference. And to Ghana for channel so no more who say, my penny and other Donkor akufo-addo paying so say, see, you call IMF. Now you call IMF because and then if we are singing a sick as some no, I be a something which is there. And it's in a bay here say IMF ni
sure.
After all, my penny akufo-addo about 2017, and your IMF program as you.
No.
Ghana for a name. Government when I exit free
IMF is true.
What you say? Obi say IMF here because they free SHS but we were under IMF in 2017. My penny started so implemented free SHS. What you say? Into negotiation out the say idea be or more. Sa pepe we cry the standard price until you try so 3 cedis. But I be or how come marketer we bet 25 cedis me bet 23. What you say? E wo ho and no friend bargaining power. Say me nya some desire na mato. But e be me nya ne sa.
And mum dey ho ade.
Now some more dey be a man boom. O kwa no mo yo daddy me ni obema bra da be. Me no me bisa na wan teme so a na me komanim. Say me hu sa wo de ne ya me sa beto. Ade. And you know it depends on your bargaining power.
Okay.
And no na wo de be call IMF. And no so no mo be hwe ho no mo de ne wo so mo de ma na. After all, before pandemic ne Russia and Ukraine war, economy was in good standing.
Sure. I know you are doing.
Yeah.
Papa Podum say Ochiana no you are looking good.
Medana say.
Akwanya isu na me mo na baso Honorable Ibrahim Jumaudum. Na futuo. Or 70 years.
Yeah.
But we're a very humble man. In fact, me who ne sasu nipa.
Yeah.
Me who ne sasu.
Yeah, no ma suko no ma fuempo.
Obren Hwase. Nso oni bibi di o.
Yeah.
Oni bibi di.
Oh, no need no ya no aye ne low key, but here ni set ha. So
Debbie, I was why don't
Papa,
Honorable Abraham Jumaudum, former MP for Chief Country Director.
You Roger the Invest.
Honorable, yeah,
Yet you won't catch it.
Say August you may know 70 years.
Yeah.
July must be away.
And you ever call a party, no? Of course.
Papa, if I can you swab or basso. In fact, the one I'm attending one day, sometime I'm at radio so and not texting me a message. I'm here for Praso Arise FM. So message about say this is Honorable Ibrahim Jumaudum, former DC. Mechanics say, okay. Until you move on, I'm starting to say busa grounds to say Papa no wine. Martin has but I'm 20. Away DC Namisa. So Papa na time 4 times. So okay. I'm starting. Semi busa and call for so be MP on beto abamanana because no a contest be a emfa. Team offer me. Say me so me fa me nkola adwemra. I say hey, Papa penny the me akola de kola adwemra so fe no bra. But the mechanics so fine. First, no back campaign, no crab back up. Na party executive na no omunku nkurase no munko. Omujis kana no madi. Na me papa wan so ka ho bi. Ne si form. Ne kunkurase shawalenti boot ne wurum. Na nkofo no beto ma. The first time in the history of Chifuatimukwa MPP, our GC to man.
Yeah.
In fact, since I'm in 19 so nyame afa no so mama yisha. Kosei me kwa ho ye hia mu no tu me fo no hye me nkuna. Yeah. Do ba bia na me su. Se wo ma obambu. Enkwa ha ye sei ensu. Na in fact why ade. Yeah. Honorable Abraham Juma Odum. Se ma be pie nkran ya na oka ho. Na daro ma me free to price so me call fence so me call Sky Media e be pia. Why ade. Papa. Se me bona baso am pay
everybody needs Abraham Jumodu in their life.
Fantastically, he's good. Na hobra se na no de. Yeah. But in himself taho, se ne
oh, what dey?
Taho de taho.
Taho, don't know boy na me entonka, na ye Monday. Ya chia mo mi so.
Ya chia mo mi so.
Ah, nkwa na e be di end there still.
Ya chia no. Ya chia. Ti ever papers in mra.
Ebusuafo ya the Ghanaian Times and Esha say enanope no say President ends role as ECOWAS chair hands over to President of Guinea-Bissau. GAF no Ghana Armed Forces wants public against sale use of military pattern uniforms accoutrements without permit. World Bank lots Ghana for Gamma projects. Ghanaian Times is say omo de paper no e ko for city. And also so e wa hase. Enti mame nkomo e say na wotwe awieye ECOWAS for e ba ye enhyiamu kase e wo enkran.
Tell no mother to abayi ni ba for.
Yes. Na mampani na na dodanko akufo-addo ECOWAS share no we did 2 terms.
Yeah.
Yes. Enti say the constitution no and assemble na tie no we did 2 terms dey a wontumi eni bio.
Yes.
Enti omo ba be share ye no omo nyina no call benkro mo say President of Guinea-Bissau Sissoko Embalo and as say make say omo e dey Umaro Sissoko Embalo na sesia no ebibimeyi West Africa ha ECOWAS aman so no aman bebre wo hono mu a hono mu enyo enti wo mo ahye so mo moden ase wo mo ebeye de obetumi bia ma aman ahodo no emu adwe nyina yenim se sesia no okọ Mali Guinea ene Burkina nyina no a ene ma nya wo ho military for take over e Mali no ne ade enti ni nyina mo no bibiman panifo se wo mbekọ so aye ekwan wo mbefa so a bibiman besan agina ne naso bio na Ghana Armed Forces and wo mo say enkrofo eguso a eton military uniforms ne sa de am for ne kamo no sa ne ma na enkrofo toto hye no mo hwe yie o anyo so ye ne chi no opo waso mo a or say one more the measures aba said the be sa unlawful sale and use of military pattern uniforms and accoutrement. Sir, and no, son, a friend of French.
Accoutrement. Accoutrement.
A French word. Now, or say measures are Omubabe and said Omubabe coordinated the issuance and sale of military uniforms and accoutrement by unit and service headquarters internally and arrest of individuals and institutions involved in the act. And to say, dear, son Omubabe, no more say Omu military uniforms ne ho accoutrements no omo ba be more license omo de be say adwuma no omo wo internally enti say ye hu say wo ye bibisa no a emra ne obedi ye nye military uniforms no esa. Director General Ghana Education Service Professor Kwesi Opoku-Amankwa and wodi atodwa se wosre se womo ye adwuma ewo under GS no womo save towards their future and no so to me boa ema womo di ye ewo abrabo mu. Amenko page 7. Page 7 and World Bank for and womo ebo Ghana bayamba so. So say Gamma project, Greater Accra Metropolitan Assembly and Greater Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly no. Omabo mohomodin ama Gamma project awom eyeye no. Akona nimpa papa yi. Uko Kumasi say ya Assembly sibiti se asokwa ofori krom ota fosroame. Kwada so ena askore mampong. Womo esi toilet facilities ewo ho ede ama omanfo no ntino eno so no. Agric Minister say within 5 years planting for food and jobs 2.7 billion Ghana cedis and buying edi ashim and no ebi akọ edi ama fertilizer seedlings omo dey make for and sa na nyina see investment aban ye planting for food and jobs mo no results and ye hu say ye bro enkra bro biom ema Ghana memo Oko Ghanaian Times back page North Tongue District inaugurates 6 units classroom block and no ha and Ghana Japan signs 3.359 billion yen agreement to complete phase 2 of Tema runabout roads. So say Tema motorway runabout no aban eye no phase 2 wo ho. And the phase 2 say Ghana ne aban Japan aban no through Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA Oma sign 3.359 billion yen. Yeah, wo de ba be wie Tema motorway runabout no ene ho ekwanya etwa eho ahia enti Ghanaian Times the obokrata no anopay nensama wode aba
okay mamemfa daily guide and twaso the obokrata daily guide and the twaso motorway runabout project 2 starts September. My godfather wanted to sleep with me. Hey, abaiwa was opero kroma o
why
no that's one. KGL hosts Nigeria lottery regulator, and over 100 countries run to IMF. What a headline!
Yeah, that's the reality. The earlier you hit to the reality and start doing something, the better.
Yeah, it's true. I know you're better. And the difference between MPP going to IMF as compared to NDC's bailout Musiki previously. Yeah. They are not the same. They are not the same.
Is management in a course.
That is it. Until motorway runabout project 2 no September ya mo hase. Yeah. Katafe to so nsia. Nti obohu se mpani engineer Christian Nti ewa ha ene nyamfo amwakwata omo ne jeje omo so nkrata omo sign document ene opani ba kwefe no to know what biki omo sign a contract agreement no eno so ewa ha katafe to so wo twa ba we be adwumtuni o se fe no Felinuna no say nka the godfather person ne da musician no all can assementi the obokrata katafe to so wo twe ede ehonsem aba. Africa must leverage on AFCFTA, Africa Continental Free Trade Area, to improve trade. Or Dr. Ernest Addison. And Odessa in seven so Abakata Fetoso and Kuno Edehon Amaniaba. Amaya Makumako be Oha. 100 countries now, Omudi America, Omunina ko IMF, Sebi International Monetary Fund, and here ba. Nina site is COVID-19 pandemic and the recent Russia-Ukraine crisis. No, and I confirmed Obia a year or the IMF is annual meaning. Yeah, and Ghana so Sebi Yenia Hosa, important country and developing country, well developed. Definitely, yes, we call IMF. This is not news.
The new crusading guide, and I'm a so say COVID and war push governments to IMF. Information Minister explained.
That is it.
Exactly. NLA launches Sunday Aseda draw. I am overwhelmed by government projects in Ashanti region. MNE boss. Employ lawyers at MMDAs to curb contract procurement breaches. Empraeso MP. Afoti Agbo comments Top Kings Limited over proposed TVET establishment in Nungwa. KGL Group hosts Nigeria Lottery Regulatory Commission CEO. Okay. Enti ma menko oswafo hwe aban ama ne yeso. Ono abokwadwo Agyapong na wo kasa wa ha no say. IMF ya ye ka ho asemi say aban ko ya na say aban a propose so obekọ a. Na ne nyina no ye say ene say globally na say wiase nyina ne ye twin crisis wo ho. Sa crisis a ekoso no wo akọ akoye ntafo. Oyi COVID-19 na oyi Russia Ukraine war no free mu enye ye. Na sa ne ma wei na ama oman bi economy atete apansam na enu nti wo say aban etumi ekọ na ye kokọ siki bailout na chese economy ne senjana na so. Na National Coordinator of Monitoring and Evaluation Secretariat Office of the President Honorable Gift Ohene Kunadu wabo aban ba so papa wose na na okwa probo wasantemantem akwan ni wose akwan amampani yiyi na asantemantem no sewani ense okwakire se ekoso saa na Member of Parliament for Imprayeso Davis Ansa Opoku Opiki and was say aban MMDs no mensini bedwa no omo modi ase omo be fa lawyer for MMDA so ho sa no
oh okay
ebeboa ma contract bi aya na omo ko mo bi wo ho na ya say omo ko contract na ye breach anyesem for ha bebre no o gidi ye say lawyer for be mo ebeboa pa amasa ade no tumi akonanim ti eno so the new crusading guide obokrata na emu yeah. Let's be vigilant against COVID-19. ECOWAS chairman ya to abeyi nanzen balo and was say COVID-19 no egusua wo ho bibime monti yenkoso na yemo ye ho ban. FDA charges herbal medicine producers to adhere to hygiene practices. The new crusading guide of Bokrata ne in some of the abanon.
The Daily Statesman and editor also Ramsey say I represent MPP grassroots interests. And Krobia Sante said let's have confidence in MPP and increased global crisis pushes Ghana to IMF. Baumia cautions SOEs on financial reports. Gifty Ohene Kunadu lauds government for projects in Ashanti region. So now come out.
Yeah.
Na onse na create afford you for no so no mutiam ba meter near that they say
yeah they say so almost
na bibia kama bibia kama nti nsema wa de enye asem foforo nti ento aso.
Okay, the Chronicle and media Chronicle was say upon Nkrumah speaks on why Ghana is seeking IMF support. COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine war affected economic growth after buffers had been expanded. Sir. Mahama endorses akufo-addo's IMF decision. Asabi dares competitors to debate. And also so ewaha. Say the medical chemo ewo other papers ni mo no. Also for sure Bahama ne boss no abokwadwo Agyapong was say Russia Ukraine war and COVID-19 and no na push aban e de no ekọ IMF na nyese bia aban IMF management there bi. Kani mampani Mahama was say or support aban say oko IMF no e ade a wo mo aka say the aban tie na sopem na so wo kwa o gedi ye say bibi papa bi e be free emu aba. Ora Stephen Asamoah Boateng say wo pe national chairman MPP and was say omo ne gina ne nyina no omo pa ye mie debate na ye hwe de na asemo de na delegate na hwe so agina so ato aba e de amano
debate
also or there wo mu for debate. Yeah, and the Chronicle so and then sema or the ebaye no.
Daily Graphic. ECOWAS chair, President Ernst tenure, Guinea-Bissau takes over, and IMF intervention. The government upbeat about economic stability. Agyapong Nkrumah. Ghana needs righteousness, not churches. Leaders, Apostle Eric Nyamiche. As some will see, go deeper into this. Back page of Graphic Sports or Daily Graphic. Okay, Sports. I'm on it. USAID supports Ghana Health Service with maternal record books. Motorway runabout phase 2 project starts September, and also I can't watch that. Na page krata na nkasa nim IMF nsem nso yaka ECOWAS there yaka also for Nyameche the chairman of Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Kwabena Nyameche, has said what the nation needs are not leaders and churches, but righteousness exhibited by the citizenry through faith. Papa Nakasemo.
Yeah.
Every people no. Wakasem papa. Oh, asema me kan wa kroma. Say Ghana ne be ya. O so memunu se ne honorable Ken e kan no. Yesisan ya dwen.
Yeah.
I say ye truthful. Ye di no kre. Nye de pepepe ye de e adwuma. Enne obi tidwemu bu obi. Obi se no man nkwa ho ye. Abena obi kofa board ye e wokono. Okay, ofa ba 50 Ghana. In so be foka. At least uba na ton ba ku bia e bia 25 for kra. E be hu se o de faka. But 50 Ghana board ye no obetetia no aton be 500 Ghana.
Yeah.
Ade amaye.
Yeah. Na no na ye ne omo import ne ma ba Ghana aye ka sei. Omo se omo import ne de omo mfa bebre ntoso. Na emom kwato betonfo no. Omo no omo bo ho miensa ne nan e na omo ton mayen. Ghana de ye ya na ye di ye ho awu. Oh, kokoto ade no 2 cedi a. O de be 50 pesos be 1 cedi be to so na nke ye but ono de obeton no 4 cedis. What you say? Yeah, na ye di ye ho abro until say ye nyina ye besesa ye suban ne de. Sa na o man ne be ko na apostle ka no o say Ghana we need righteousness. Enya churches. Yeah, church ne de say da ye ko.
Ye kwa sorry.
Yeah, it dwomo ye church ne ye ko.
Edu ko sia da ko head on pim nipa bo asori dem. Na so na duro yi. The referee class section of no sorry. Na say Sebobo Chichi free Poase be catch say den chi.
So say
Yini na chini.
Yeah.
Na kusi nso mpiawia.
Me ngonwen.
Say Zika beba ha ne.
Monday. Wow.
Asemesi.
E dey asem na si.
IMF.
Zika cheche wa.
Anti IMF nsema aba no.
Nti ne owura Christian Donkor
yes, yeah, ne ba no pay na o me cheche.
Very suitable for the of ayi na no ne manyina.
Ziga man.
Suitable, yeah, because on say IMF no futuro na ekwoso no doors.
Ano thing.
Yeah, nti na wo say onye obi sa na o kire ye mu ye.
That is it. Anopa production team no toto no man say na o say ye tutu ye nia Ziga no say.
Yeah,
because o hwe ni nim die fa sa ni man ho a e da na lame so pepepe. Anopa ono na ni be di comment. Abranya akoko kumam de usi a menu aba me da wase okotoa so o Man FM. Yera Christian Donkor anopa ono ye guest. International Monetary Fund, IMF, is Ghana, through the president, Anamontu Awotu, there was a statement, a year, Mampani, Enam Information Ministry, so at the Ebai. Now, at that fiadano, and a statement, no, a betoja, and Honsem P. and Abba. But let me read the statement to you. Now, Sene, and Yoma Etie, say, and Abai, we're Ministry of Information. And the President of the Republic, Donkor akufo-addo, has authorized Finance Minister Kencity to commence formal engagements with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, inviting the fund to support an economic program put together by the government of Ghana. This follows a telephone conversation between the President and the IMF Managing Director, Ms. Kristalina Georgieva, conveying Ghana's decision to engage with the fund. At a meeting on 30th June 2022, Cabinet indicated its support for the decision. The engagement with the IMF will seek to provide balance of payment support as part of broader efforts to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of the challenges induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and recently the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Signed, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, Minister and MP of Information, and Abai and Amneso Edibai. Tinanu Fiade and a Sakrata we buy. Ninan say Abai through conversation on telephone, Mampani akufo-addo, and I just say Omo one a IMF director din komo. Say on a finance minister washen so on any komo no mon transi na invite no. Nti da ukuada which is Echina Tuesday and Wednesday, country and as a IMF director Beba Ghana na yahwe nti ehon sebe beba IMF kwa yeko mu ba ko no inim de si edu bebe mo se ma hemfa nipa ma yenye we so de no ebe dey ti ehia nim di fo me ti say era Christian Donkor ye ti say half of the world include so akosiki bailout from the IMF ebehwe countries na list bi wo ha ebe gibre ebe bo bi so amaya hodo akọ IMF omo kokoje emwa through this COVID-19 pandemic. You're a Christian Donkor, and so no pay only my word in a FAPA and a combination. Champion, Abasubodi and run wow, Saturday and Saka. I was on TV personality of the year. Wow, congratulations. Congratulations. It means that now you're no quickly. Yeah, more grace to your elbow. Thank you. Right, next time it will be bigger. Sure. The best journalist of the year. Amen. 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 Champion, the champion man. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Champion, I can see a man with tier 4. No, I shall find a pay. Okay. Right now, as usual, I'll down for weekend in Mikoi. Okay. Okay. Weekend. Yes, I'm with you. Yes. Monica saw she want to pay. We can say Monday, and here can say. We peer and could see me with Asama. I will be there as usual. If possible, so I'll be a Friday. We'll be here to top up. Sure, definitely. Definitely. Sanya Suna say, so be so bad over to us. Now want to determine. Fantastic. But I think that with this position, as I see a church and now 40. All right. I was for you a Christian Donkor, a chartered accountant, and an economist, and only anybody in Como, or a registered member at the ICA, Institute of Chartered Accountant Ghana, Senedika Kana, on 10 PP Hadwada. Na opi ha na chese asababa IMF aban ekone hu hia say your church nsem bi mu e de ema. But let me take this opportunity to tell you say SIM card registration is still ongoing. 31st July this month 31st bosumile de twato now register SIM card e betwam nti mum press am sabeka mo Ghana card before you can use it to register your SIM card. We ending carbon krato kakra yefa kwenye so National Communications Authority for Agyapong and Kamobia NT. You bet me visit our website www.nca.org.gh. Okra Ghana card ko na ko register SIM card. Kama mabibia enko enkan. Ube dial *404# *404#. And I'll follow the necessary procedure na oko any manasa. And we any Ghana card SIM card registration home komwa ede atonim. Opani. Yeah. Didi kan obi hwe ya IMF no we hwan. IMF yet the IMF and obia na no metizen ko foka na say ko IMF you say akoton Ghana e dey akoma IMF no we hwan. Sorry. What I can say is IMF no the full name is International Monetary Fund, and basically this particular group put themselves together because of the challenges we have in the whole world in terms of economic prowess. Okay. So we say yes, one some yes no ani nipa, but one some yes no ani sika. Nti I say they are always there to cushion you anytime you are falling down. Okay. What I say. Okay. Nti a group bia put yourself together is for the whole world. Anybody at all can come for the assistance, especially we the Africa countries. I need challenges people. Normally, we go there and then we go and seek assistance. Into a pool of members, member countries. Some are good standing and some are not good standing. Okay. But they are good standing for no. Back Ghana, we are IMF member. But good standing. Okay. But the difference, they say, we a member, it does not necessarily mean say always be they interfere in your affairs. No. Okay. If you want them to come in to help you,
then you write proposal and request for it. Then they come in.
Okay.
But even though we be a member because you seek your assistance before until you become a member of the IMF. And the classification will be good members and then bad members.
Okay.
Yes, and that to say near moody ni my rating I'm some rating but if you do the researcher we are in good standing. Yes, when it comes to IMF membership, and that is a good thing. Until any time you are you seek assistance around NASA is share near year near year frame. Countries any good standing normally no. They find it very difficult when they go to IMF and come back.
Okay.
But we try consistently, but consistently, so over the years,
okay.
Yeah, so, and you know, that is how IMF operates.
Okay.
It's an international monetary agency that is there to help us, the country, the whole country, the whole world, all the countries that have serious economic challenges.
Okay.
You come to them, you seek their assistance, and then they come in to help you. One genesis about IMF, they say, when you are coming to them, you come with your own proposals, and lay in front of them. They will look at it. And then they see if this thing they will accept it or not.
Okay.
It depends on your negotiation skills. That will go into it.
Okay.
Ubenya bad dealer, it depends on you. Ubenya good dealer, it depends on you.
Okay.
But one genesis of the Ghana, they say, once we are good standing member of IMF, normally good standing member, they don't pin you too much.
Oh, okay.
So you remember that when we face the crisis of crisis of COVID-19, 1 billion, but they didn't give up any condition. But to be quiet, I could get less than even the 1 billion.
By my conditions. Okay.
So what
that's the difference?
The negotiation skills.
Wow.
And how they believe, especially the management of the country.
Okay.
The officialdom, how they believe you.
Okay.
Looking at the look, they do a lot of research. Even your proposal you have brought, they will go inside and do a research on it and look whether it's good. Statistics that you say, you touch yourself that you have achieved, they will look at it. If they are bad, they will tell you. And no doubt, they've not come out with a report say, when this government took over from 2017, all the bad or negative economic indicators are turning into positive now. They didn't come out and say we are lying.
Okay.
No, because it was based on that they took us from there. That now, no, we are not meddling your affairs too much. Go and do your own thing. And when I started employment into the public sector near the Adon from.
Wow.
Until we have so many angles to it.
Okay.
Until not necessarily okohonwa you are going to receive all their effect is all negative.
Okay.
There are positive
aspect of it.
And especially you can go there and you continue to implement your social intervention.
Oh wow.
It's not always that they say remove nursing training allowance, remove free SHS.
Oh, okay.
It's not always like that.
Oh, okay.
It depends on what you send. They look at it. Especially we African, if you make a case, say we are in the poverty line, I will need assistance. We'll be able to justify it. It's not always they say do away with. Especially when they look at it, say this program is very important. If we remove it from the effect, it is like no, they not help you at all.
Okay.
Because it's if you remove free SHS, now say, Mami or Tom, if you are in a back of secondary school, the child will end up being a miscreant in the house. Then why are they? They are always thinking of positive side and not negative side. So they look at your volatility of your situation, and then before they accept your situation.
All right. Now, Yemshe, they na trigger Ghana. Yako IMF. What actually happened? They na come in the Ghana yako IMF.
Oh, if you ask me, I will tell you so many factors are put together.
Okay.
Right. One, remember I said, before you go to IMF, either you generate the problem yourself or global situation generate the problem for you. And remember, IMF, normally, when you generate the problem for yourself, they normally don't invite you to come to them for assistance. It is when the problem, a global pandemic, and answer a Ukraine war, the country you have no control.
Okay.
Normally, they invite you to come and seek assistance, especially if they predict, say, the effect, a bit to me a hipu on you for a long time. A bit to me stay for a long time on you. And when it's economic crisis, the more it stays, on you, the more na organize. You have to say country in this situation, worse.
Okay.
So, I'm invite you. Say, all the countries having problems, I'm your analysis now. I see you can come in and seek for assistance.
Okay.
Into I'm through invitation.
Oh, okay.
So one of the factors I'm through
invitation. Okay.
And as we speak, about half of the world economic countries have applied to IMF for bailout because what has happened, purely global.
Okay.
And Ghana, but we have a situation, you the country Nankasabe to me generate that problem. What you say?
Okay.
For example, when you look at the previous administration, there was no pandemic. But because of mismanagement and corruption, there was serious economic crisis generated by the managers of this economy. So they went there. That one, when you mismanage it, and then necessarily pandemic in the Debaya, that one you propose, as I say, the scrutinizing here. And nothing at that time, you effect to be said, no. Downsize the public sector employees.
Okay.
Now don't recruit. Certain social interventions, if you like, don't do it. Because someone will say, when you're a good manager, you created the problem yourself.
And yet, global issue.
And I don't know, you bet to me, I'm not me pin to a string to do certain things, which will not inure to the benefit of the image. But when they identify that, what you are saying, the problem that has come is not your doing. Ghana, from 2017, all our economic indicators were showing positive.
I see.
Very good. Until this COVID-19 came in, then we started seeing the reverse. And IMF, now we are aware about that. Remember, some of my 1 billion cried and said, augmenting our internal inflows. There was a shortfall of the so you know what happened is say a global normally they invite you to send proposal so that they come in, especially also one of their reporters I say one shot the global crisis now hitting everywhere. The one should be stay for a little longer.
Okay.
So what does it next stay a little longer. So remember that pandemic is still longer. The effect, the consequence in here much.
Okay.
Remember now, oil, crude oil prices, and it has effect, and all those things. So if you ask me, one of the reasons is say, I'm going to invite you and say, Yamra, near nine basic assistant because there is a world pandemic. You, the countries, you have no control.
Okay.
So what I say. So come and seek for assistance. If you can find, if you don't want to come, that is fine. So an invitation. And as we speak, over 100 countries are applying for IMF.
Yes, if we will listen to what I say.
Baby, no crowd will see the seriousness of this. Every crisis, your grandchild, so little. If we look at the amount now, so little. So you ask yourself whether this one a bet me also without problem. If you read it. And so we have 100 countries applying for it. So one invitation And I'm because there is pandemic. And yeah, where pandemic near now obi generate problem. That one, they will not invite you. One person will invite them to come in.
Okay.
But where the invitation was clear. But the question is, nobody must say when you said pandemic. Why don't you take advantage of it? Because especially if it is you are in the pandemic period, and as a wound your global crisis more. When they invite you to come, their negotiation skills, and I say certain kind of control now with the man, a bit lighter.
Okay. Because
we already now, who are pandemic, they are aware say, your citizens in the country, they are suffering.
Okay.
Already. What I say, and a lot of things. Until normally they are softer. Another thing that trigger and say is about our physical space. To be honest, this pandemic has destroyed our physical space. It has deteriorated it in the sense that one, the revenue that we expect to consistently after the pandemic, I mean, why our expenditure has swallowed up. Because we need to do more. So once your revenue is keep on falling, the expenditure so in the our physical space, deteriorating. So if you look at this, and now as we speak, interest rate in Guano, it takes about 40% of our revenue. A brook crisis, them say is crossing around 50 to 60%. So you generate, let's say, 40 billion, and now 45 billion, and 30 billion is going to be used to pay interest.
This is Kanasa.
Asa, into one, our revenue levels, when we project because of the pandemic in India, and our expenditure also as well go up. Into your physical condition, editorial, and nothing about we or the approach be by say, look, to do that. Then our revenue levels, let's do something about it. Okay. So, because of the physical problem, our physical standing, and also I trigger that. When we go ahead with the further questions, you explain into more detail.
All right.
Another thing, so a man, I necessary is our CD depreciation.
Yes, okay.
Makatro say, near learning or book and the cost depreciation of the CD. That phenomenon, it has changed. With the canker that is driving the CD now, are more serious than the normal thing. Let's increase production, let's export more, and all those things. Look, and yes, Sanya man, 21 CD no, and what they know from. And I will see the CD now, what they know, a work from no. The effect in the Mamincho effect. Supposing champion, see our debt levels in terms of dollars, remember, say most of the loans, would so your government say your friend euro bonds until you pay the money in foreign currency. Now, supposing your debt in now your 45 billion, Tio, your calculation, mommy. Supposing your debt 45 billion dollars.
Okay, $45 billion.
The time you are attracting na CD, young fan say 6.5. So convert 45 billion by 6.5, and let's see how much you get in terms of CD. Your debt,
Okay.
So 45 times 6.5. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
What is it?
45 times 6.5.
How much is it?
292.5
billion. 0.5 billion.
Yes.
Now, suppose they say, Yankwaji being $45 billion. But now, CD now follow. CD is 7.8, and I would emphasize 7.2. Remember that when you are going to pay, you use to see this now. Now, I depreciate 7.2. So now multiply 45 billion again by 7.2.
45 billion.
45 times 7.2.
7.2. And 324.
324. Have you seen that? Oh, that's in the cost. Meanwhile,
because of CD na falling.
Bank of Ghana the report about. I'm stating in current CD.
You know.
And Yababa see can do 350. No position. So within 2 months, no. Economy amako baka home. Meanwhile, your depreciation. Entity 324 292 in frame
292. Oti frame benya
32 billion account. Why try because
is because of the dollar.
Very good.
This is
so the question is that how do you stabilize it? Yeah? In terms of a kaya bonwo I mean say you share the component in terms of dollars in Oboguwa and this Bobisia MPP. Look, when President Akufo was living, not dollar any city here 1:1. And our debt levels are 90 billion. 90 billion. Now we change into dollars and $9 billion. Because that dollar any city here 1:1. But how much shifted the time they were living? Now you can hear $35 million. $35 million. But that time, not city is about 4.1. So if you multiply about this $35 million by 4.1 or 4, I know. If you multiply, at time I end this economy, near debt in terms of cities, now 135.
Okay.
Billion. Not dollar is around 4.
Okay. Okay. And to be multiply 135 by 4. Okay. And
I think it's a little about 4. But what they multiply here?
540.
No. In terms of not dollar no. 4 cities. 4
cities.
And dollar you multiply by 35 billion. So 35 multiplied by 4.
Okay. 35 by 4. Oh.
Yes.
And remember 140.
140.
Yes.
I've seen it. Yes. So not dollar a little over 4. Where they are 4.
Okay.
Anything on our debt now in terms of city now 122 billion. But meanwhile in terms of dollars now about 135 billion. And now I buy now in terms of dollars we're shooting from 135 billion to 145 billion. Net is about a boy in terms of dollars. It's not 10 billion.
10 billion.
But on if 9 billion to 35 subtract 35 subtract 9 billion. Dollars are more.
Connect 35.
35. And number 2 from the Akufo 9
to 35 minus 9. And I'm quite 26.
Into I'm 26. I'm about 26 billion dollars. And I buy the 10 per account. You see, I have number around 40 billion, 45 billion going to 50 billion.
Because of the city depreciation.
The depreciation
affecting.
And one trabacas are buying Bosian or Bosso. Now you see depreciation. Over the years, on board Bessia. But anytime see the for Libya, you're that in the Bacoso. What the opera, Ma, and that was 45 billion on Manenda. Now, dollar into 10 cities is to $1. Multiply $45 billion by 10. Ubon say you can do 450 billion. Like say, I buy Sisi Ababoka now, near 380, Sisi I 5 billion. Now I'm a trunk and track. So problem never now most of it is about the depreciation of the city. Because interest now here piano, in terms of dollars, you're converting to cities, champion. You see, can I in terms of revenue cities, and also say, I see. So one, the depreciation of the city is also worsening our situation. Of course, one will say, then it comes to management of the economy. But you see, the depreciation of the city, sometimes yes, so global pandemic, it affects your city, and especially when you have opposition that has been pinned to the extreme, say, look, government or you be frustrating. It's very, very dangerous. Or be frustrating, especially for this. Look, if they had proved the budget somewhere in December, and in December, most of it, a lot of people tap on foreign currency. Now they're importing here. So there's going to be pressure on dollars. And you prepare dollar budget area so that you approve and now buy it to me. I go up a forest, not the big.
And so, since
that 6 months down the deadline, and say you approve.
So what is it? So, Mame, you're a Christian, Donkor, and didn't come on the issue of IMF. There are a lot of questions to be asked about this. Now, I feel what join a high two television Monday's edition of the dialogue show. So, and I didn't come on IMF. I buy. I invite you Wednesday, Umeba Kruma, and the old person who now tear Sibia for feeding to her. May call Agyapong from Krato about Meba. And you're a Christian, Donkor, about to us. Yes, I'm Akwababio de Oba Net2 Television, 4th of July 2022, Mondays of Ghana's biggest and most highly respected political, social, and current affairs talk show. So, and our here, Christian Donkor, IMF, the brouhaha about IMF, the opposition element, the NDC, jumping into it. Mokaso, in Ayabro Pepe, Apetition Guinness, so in one of the triggers, animal.
Very good.
We are anticipating.
Then another one, so you had said, over the years, some people want equalization.
Okay.
Because government can say, IMF, conditionality, some of them are not worse in Ghana situation. And the only conversation will be IMF editorial system. And indeed, like I said, from the beginning, if you listen to me, because pandemic, the country generated one and your global generated one. Mm-hmm. In the case of NDC one, some mismanagement in the economy and getting into that one. What does it? And I'm progressing into doing so. Doing so came in to collapse private businesses. Meanwhile, your government and also the IMF, in fact, Nippon public sector. In the public sector, I am funny, but not private sector, not good because of doing so. And so there was a huge, serious problem because of the IMF effect. And I remember to say, all the social intervention, most of them are more free. That result in USA nursing training allowance near the
council.
And even government supplies to government schools in the only and even vice president here or to me mamu chop. Nini na ya restrictions. And you know, now expectation is then let us also yanye the day na enko for equalization.
Oh, I see.
And also so trigger a pattern now nipa na ya ho. Ne effort to be abani be ye bia no ya appreciate. Ni obeye bia me bre. Ni obeye papa bi and is in order V8 mo pa. Onko demonstration no unim. Amko park wo V8 ayi na wo V8 ni bi pa masa. I Benz pa and me who and I'm saying Jesus is Benz and who me we registered 22 and wa park and watch that I share you know judge demonstration yeah bro as when you now what don't na ha bra wo bre no abegina ho yeah bro so and you know inability so say you be accepted the effort of the government you know and Day and yeah bro ni na goes into that. Then come on say look. Nya ye bia no effort aye ye bia. Na ya catch am say. Enya IMF ngwan na solution to the problem. Ya can but opposition insist say go to IMF. Everything is about IMF. No be a change. The government will say that look. The IMF is there. What is there? Okay, let me exploit it. Say what is there for us?
Okay.
Is the question going? Is it going to solve our problem? So that's it. And to one, inability to accept and to appreciate government effort, and the fact that we want equalization also precipitated that. Go to there. We are near. You said that for experts. You have people that call themselves me. I don't call them experts. It's just strategists.
Okay.
Say me child your university. Mami me can ya. No, bien to bien say. Money is crashing. So ni na kaho and a cop with that. So and so when there is much complaints, so to me trigger. So like I said, all this come together and eat into the government decision to say that look, let's go and then exploit that option and see. Already, the IMF, being a finance body, while invited say we are in the pandemic period. Most of the countries, you have challenges, economic challenges. Our doors are open. We have the funding. Okay. You have the funding. So come and seek for our assistance. The invitation they are giving to you, they were aware, say, a global pandemic may see. And he almost predicted that one try to stay for a long time. And here is the situation, your predictions in terms of revenue, in terms of your expenditure, so costly. And people keep on complaining. Oh, yeah, no crown price cost to cry, and no, they assess situation, no cry. And to see a invite to what? Remember, so say, you remember. And I will see IMF no so Ankasano. Remember, said, a year na ye sika ya dokoto. IMF anyo bina. A individual bina konya ni sika bi fi baby no dey say brabaji be sion. A member countries now contribute to every year you try ye sika. Yes, every country into at the end of the day, they will tell us that look, we are in the period that is pandemic. Come for soft loans, not fire. But I'm not for thinking about the conditions, and I may person me so going forward, so if there is global pandemic, now IMF will not crack aside there to say there is a problem with the country, the whole world. No invite here. Not negotiations, a bit softer than say one can say generate problem internally. You have opportunity to rule this country. You took nice country in shape from President Akufo. First day I'm the 1.2 million and new team. And then okay, International Conference Center. Near the anom. Ya project tobacco, project tobacco pet. I was second ha. Set me yes second touching. They were seeing $255 million. Not their charging Ghana for. Meanwhile, the same money, 3 years down the line, because inflation, grammar prices are from. President Anado, an interchange complex than Niawusi, or the 70 million is.
Oh, okay.
What is 70 million on free in 25 million?
250 more.
250 more. It's about $180 million. Nipa de good botomenti. Nipa to me, I mismanage. That is $72 million, not that software. And your friend said, a human generated, manager generated problem.
Internally.
And not the what I am of you have more conditionalities. Because one person, when you're prudent in your expenditure.
Oh, okay.
And I real problem go do so. No, be the salary at double. And that is human generated problem. Besides about double salary, me say MPP tria, nipa ba ko double salary let me see that. So, and these are the things that triggered going to the IMF. One, an invitation from them. Say, you die our crisis. You have the option. About 100 countries now apply. If you look at even the allocation, very, very small, but Obefan is with the set interest payment, physical space in deteriorating because of interest payment. See the need follow, and then also inability to appreciate the effort of the government.
Okay.
Using people to strategically speak badly about the state. Oh, who in cry, someone in Kranoka. And when they say it and hit people, then you say, let me exploit that option and see. It's the question. It's a matter of time. Okay. Whether it will solve our problem. And none as is the aspect.
Okay.
The one of society pay dangerous.
Before I call, I share production team at Daroma.
Good.
The young Krobia, Omakwa MF4, Sir Omakwa can be. And me person Ghana for a no pay. Your extended credit facility.
Yes.
Throughout more and your short-term liquidity line.
Yeah.
And also country back open a WhatsApp list.
Yeah.
And your flexible credit line.
Yeah.
And also in Grown Krubi was
strong, flexible. And the countries, say if the thing is you, the whole world pandemic, that is they put you at the flexible because we need to flexible on you. Because already you have a problem and you now generate. So when I will generate problem, they will be hard on you. Because I explained it earlier.
Yeah.
Good. Let's go ahead.
If you standby arrangement, country was Senegal. Aqua Jessica, Senegal is Kakomoje, $302,000.
Where is Ka?
$302,000. In this Kabia.
Where is Ka? But you also
your extended arrangement.
Yeah.
Members are also Argentina.
Yes.
Barbados.
Yes.
Cameroon.
Yes.
Costa Rica. Ecuador. Equatorial Guinea. Ethiopia. Gabon. Jordan. Kenya. Moldova. Pakistan.
Yeah.
And Seychelles.
Yes.
Omunina Kwakwaje. Ebisika Waje. Obidia $74,000.
Yes.
Obidia $472,000. The Waji highest room, because in India, Pakistan. Pakistan had $4 million.
Yes.
And about Conswaji $1 million. And have a country back also Ecuador, Swaji $4 million.
Yes. And the question will be so say, in this way, if they give you, let's say, if they give you $500 million, and we're at 0.5. Looking at our situation.
Yeah, maybe
as you be getting the 4 million now.
Yeah,
and less than 100,000.
Yeah,
that's what
flexible credit line for more so Colombia, Mexico, and Peru. Almost akwajijibi. Obidia oje also 4 million any other day. And I war Panama.
Yeah.
Also Chile. In the countries are more good standards in IMF.
IMF and your batting. What Ghana for my so critical bad is say the fighter my mama koye
and the buy.
I'm the buy and no na mama for slow IMF now. And can you sir? Sanka one day one team and I want to me a good negotiation and I won. Senka Yakas, okay, Minko for a lot more people come from University of Jumanti, employment to the Momway and Omun film near. And I need to me Fadipa. One, and a nursing training allowance, young. You to me, much talk on near dear year. I come up for Franca, you have a bond and some number. But the effect, we find it more than even Sikania demand. Sikania demand, what I even put at the Bashar Kono way, another thing.
Pakistan, Islamic Republic, Cameroon,
yes.
Central African Republic, Chad,
yeah.
Congo, Democratic Republic, and Gambia, Kenya, Liberia, Madagascar, Mali, Mozambique,
okay.
Niger, Sao Tome and Principe, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Sudan, Uganda.
Africa country obi any ho.
Obia countries in Obia kwa IMF.
And a funding. Ghana every year tax in the Bituya as a member. I am the tour. And this is Ghana Wabuano. And I must say Yamra, Yembe Siki assistance. And if you tell me at the IMF no, and you're batting, but because of the effect we have felt in the past. Any bad conditionalities are previous administration having mismanaged the economy. I'm the coin. And then you already say yes or no. I know a man of my way. Your IMF didn't cry because say if graduates will come now to me inform public sector. Meanwhile, to do also good private sector. Now see your huge a graduate base a goofy. Then what the question is, IMF, am I going to witness the same thing? But enemy church on my channel say, I have two scenarios. If you generate the problem yourself, like they did it now, I know they are going to be hard on you. But say a pandemic, no more invited. Say, look, the world we are all going through crisis. They are aware about your social intervention. Because at the end of the day, respite, Bibia, Ebama won't call from my house. And he said, Minko for a mammy or two idea on your second trying to buy school fees. And you're not make the phrase HS now here. Then, if I am, if we are going to say, remove it, then are you going to help
me to pay?
You help me, and me, Brennan, and I say, oh, West in your situation. That is it.
No, before question, what's the difference between IMF, Sika, any other loan? Difference
I want to say one interest rate, you know, a year now for IMF, you know, very low.
Oh, okay.
Very low. And normally, you know, so they give you a long time period to pay.
Okay.
But of course, you bet me a quite low, be a bit mama a long time. But how much you know, there is always an interest in it. Until it gives you opportunity to pay less interest. Meanwhile, so we have a long term to pay.
Okay.
And you are now really effect in the papa. And only difference of so what I say. But then almost once I interest lose your loan, it comes with the conditionalities. Because at the end of the day, they expect you to pay the money back to them. That's where their restrictions come. So their restriction is how do I get my money back?
Okay.
It is there that they will tell you, let's go to the next, and that's what answers that.
What are the possible directions expected to come from IMF? Or directions been
and so what is the direction? Now that they have given you loan with small interest and then with that long period, the question is that funding, a cumulative funding from the member countries, the whole world, there will be a member, you'll be the assistant. And it's a overgy assistant that they're going to make sure say you put in certain controls. Even when you see back now, so say opisu pebia with me and bidia man. At a bank ya, who could you bank loan? Obe make sure say you pay it back. And then two, when you pay it back, no, so I did not obisua or no so be a juman on so babaji. But if the loan goes, now say a ma. Then obey then obi obafu from so money be into one they are going to give you a certain direction as to how to get the money back. And one of the direction I mean is one, you have to enhance your revenue internally generated. As a way yankai say to close the fiscal gap is about putting in programs to increase or to shore up your revenue level. And two, Obakacho said be prudent and minimize your expenditure. So you're two leg. Raising your revenue and minimize your expenditure. Your 2 legs. And the Yambraha enhancing revenue. As I'm way because government news says still. So even if I take the country to IMF, the direction they will give me one is how do you increase your revenue? And so there was a situation at buying said that let me hold on with IMF. But where you go that in your direction. Everything of the country say young be fire revenue increasing. And the government said, then let me do something about it. So first, you look at your existing taxes. It's what that. You know, we say the existing taxes. Am I going to increase it to get more, or there are other areas? Main type, and revenue between fiava until let me resort to. So here 2 things. You look at already tax, so whether you can increase it and do something about it. And here is the situation existing as a mini corporate tax. Champion, corporate tax has been 25% of our company profit. The question is that 25, and you say you be before revenue. How there can you go and increase corporate tax to what 30%? Your intention is that if you increase that, the cost of running the company will be very high. One job will be 2 bedroom. And the corporate tax is not a variable you can gamble with it.
Okay.
The best thing if you want to do is to reduce it. And already income level, so how can you reduce it? And you can also increase it. And so it has been 25% for a long time. But the question is, how many companies pay? As an auditor, champion, me revelation, me reveal near much or her. Look, people intentionally prepare the account towards loss. When you're profiting or shut up, no amount putting more expenditure, non-existing expenditure to take off. Now, maybe a private company, or no more prepare an account about auditors was sanction. True and fair. And at the end of the day, let me tell you, about 60% of the companies in Uganda prepare the account towards loss.
All in the name of dodging corporate tax.
And union loss also I am taxing. Unless a GRA for Baha. Now we do yes the examination, internal examination. And 2 months expenses we almost say we are going to me add it back. I no crowd no metrics. I do maybe I know so I pay be to bottom no run away. As a practical person, as an auditor, I'm telling you the genesis for people to appreciate. And so a lot of people dodge corporate tax. Government is not getting anything peanut no you free. When you come to PAYE, and also existing look, PAYE. Withholding tax, okay. Employees, What's I say? Look, a lot of companies refuse to take, we say, employees, permanent employees. Most of them are temporary, paying allowances, allowance also on tax, no, government work. A lot of people, informal sector, private west, or Jessica, or big construction, or Jessica. Otua workers no kwa bisasa withholding tax be no yifi workers no siga na otua no de ma ban a lot more. So when it comes to PAYE, look at the employment base, only about 30 to 40% per any etimi nyom sika, especially organization a formal one in the tumi did that ikotua e binum kwa formal ones bra na amama permanent employees minimum companies bia PAYE, they are almost 5 years in the on-fire return quarter monthly. Okaka Yeniska, GRA for bet me a cosa. I am also a baby a good bottom. Now, away or to not do. And to one informal sector are buying to me GG PAYE because we are a site home champion. Sika dia manu bisane say
tax say
workers who buy workers will bisane say
tax
we've already tax be no tema buy what ji ya loko so enti abai in terms of PAYE so not generating enough. Okay, when it comes to other taxes young fan say other revenue sources to say gift tax when you say you'll be more a gifter as so tax, we are not paying rent, property tax, oh kai assembly na krano kakra so be generating now yedi nearby aban hono masa ISO. And no matter how control you put in place, and your people na implement control, no, they open it up and brush it down, and then they go ahead. We are auditor now. Me and maybe I have what one of him. Jamia Cassis as a PAY, you didn't know Uncutia. The Oberkank at the end of the day, your report will capture it. Oh, Enkosiaga. Two, and another one said, if you take apart from there, government enterprises that's supposed to bring in revenue. Business, nobody ba. Tembia loss. Chief executive officers, a dangerous to see ordinary person. Or quite honest, steady system. Tradition, I say that you. Sikabia baby any akodi. Look, hospitals, be a generator. Doctors, be said that Jim for obey operation, no genie seeker. No, do their channel. Not no private. Not that be a government facility, not their operation. But on Sikano, I can't for now this year. We are so now much. And bound with D. There were so many cases here. Example, but at appropriate time. Serious. So you put the chief executive there, or you have a cabal. Uber yes, Ubroku Lupo near your demonstration. You say chief executive officer. Every government set a chief executive officer here because you have identified a loophole through which people find avenue for corruption. Let me put in controls to salvage the sinking ship. Ni generating more. And Mr. Kolebu, chief executive officer. What's the last me born? Yeah. Department call her day. Look, Mr. The whole department, your operations are senior daddy. Revenue, the whole year, near 500,000. Not so what?
The whole department.
Mr. I was in here, bring a share. And I will do something about it. To a shedder, and or bomb that's obey taking some approach.
Okay.
And when you the next day, now revenue has shown from 500,000 to 1.8 million. The next year, then the next year, so putting much control, now increase to 2.3 million. Now,
there's a nipa
yes, it's standing in the Guyabutum. Look, beyond that, the revenue aspect, when you come to your duty, I deba. That is a name I deba. Except for Nangasa. And to meaning for a kaba. What the container, but you will trace the kind of chain. Near Gidco. And near my woman, say value this as so trade duty. Oh, near money to a peanut. Near jink, I know one chain. And every system is telling. So government put together in a year, the revenue was a short down on the revenue. So the question is that, said this thing over the years, you put it control a year. Now here is the situation. When you go to IMF, they will tell you that enhance your revenue, increase your revenue. The question is that how are you going to increase your revenue? So the thing is that you look for other avenues where you can get revenue from. And only when a government here identifies, say, ye levy. Say, even if I put in the ye levy, say, obi oil construction waha, or your messing your oil plastering waha. Sebio, woman is Sikana, on go to withholding Tassibia. But say, or Senibia Mobia, you bring a crack. And nice thing, you demonize the idea, and you see professors speaking against he levy.
Opposite.
Demonize it. So government at the end, one, the whole year you prepare a budget from January to December. The question is that when did we approve the e-levy? All because Obi so frustrated government. 5 months down the line in the year, and suddenly
opposition no crack as more about social amount.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine for blocking this? So at the end of the day, IMF no back to say enhance your revenue. How are you going to enhance this? And my bobo variables you dare to me yet corporate tax, PAYE, and all those things. You plan you putting controls is still the same as it is. Until you love in your argument. But you see, I have different opinion. Look, 5 months down the line, they improve you. At least within 2 months travel there, you see over 54 million. Is it not good? 54 million. Now you want to pay averagely every year, every month, So 2 months in 54. It means then that every month the government is generating close to maybe 30 million. And from the January to year, May 5 months down the line, it generating 30 million times 5. And can you go? Only pop block no. Now 2 months by now, you see, government didn't even get 10% of it. Give me a break. 54 million. Do you know what 54 million can do? You what IMF is going to mama is saying. Somebody took as little as 4 million. Champion. $4 million as little. Convert to 4 million. Young man say, suppose me go there now, mama, $4 million. Times by 7.8, 7.4 times 4 million. 7.4, yeah, 36. Young man say, when you 35 million. 2 months, you have 54 million from you levy. Is it bad? I think you make it like at this end. You see some professor be a Martin, I say, you want PhD, to make completing PhD. I want to complete it. Like I said, look at this point as a chatting. Look at some food to make up complete it. Look at it. You are telling me, say, I buy the iron for the only 11 in free hall.
Yeah, that's the argument.
Look at it.
So that we argue for now.
The thing is that do we want to so who you free hall? Now say IMF is it not the same problem? Are you not at par? Champion, are you not at par? And you to me now we can say, but we see we'll come to them. There is a question that address this professor doctors who type them said why. There's a question that address them.
The next question now.
The question is that they will ask you to show up your revenue, and the next leg is they will ask you, champion, to make sure you be prudent in your expenditure and minimize it. Right. And you can show that the expenditure side too. That's what government did something about it. Remember they went to Pediase. What came out of it? They brought serious measure to reduce it. Salary now what is so? Yeah. Opposition MPs, many people are talking about gratia. I need the Enkawas and Opa government tout it. Now, Mr. Recommendation, do my government. As I say, gratia, no, we will not allow any MP after 4 years, you take your people reappoint you and you take S-gas. It won't happen again.
No, it should be once.
It should be only 20 years. When you go there, we'll calculate and pay you.
That is it. Because
we'll not allow. And as long as it stays there, V8, month every year. Yeah. We don't need it. When it's about you, you are comfortable. Yeah. When it's about ordinary person, with him say, now, look, the 3 things that they wanted. One, they want government to go to IMF. 2, they want the free SH to be removed. Free SHS. Now the argument, their status is a narrative will change. They are now coming to tell you, say, well, we asked you to do something about the expenditure. You didn't do. Free SH grandpa, as I say, your mark is Kafotia, and that is where the free SH Obegu. If the government make an attempt to say Kafotia may distinguish Obegu. And that is the attack because you see, they've realized that the free SH is what is doing the magic for MPP. I've said it. So their target, go to IMF, go to IMF, I'm going to say directive, Beba. Ebama free SH, you're going to. Ebama nursing training allowance, Yakasi Jai. And to Omunia way, dear, then after they grip the government for the head. Madame will fit any people, Alaj Hon. Yeah. Or your post, own machine be a catcher me. I said, Chris, I didn't in a government, yes, sir, and I'm sad. And I say, why did you go to IMF? And I'm saying, look, and I said, money is here. I said, no. Opposition, they want you, they are forcing you to play nonsense. Their intention is that we'll mess it up. And to go to IMF, but we have a situation that when you go to IMF, all that they will tell you is that do something to increase your revenue. Do something to reduce your expenditure. These 2 leg government has taken steps. or the e-levy about to increase it. You frustrated it. Look, Obi Sheda, and you write up, there are 4 pages to show people how they should dodge e-levy, not to pay. When you time, I find the kiki, I turn the table, I trust it, may the top public know how to dodge e-levy. Now, at the end of the day, say government meeting is target. Then you say, only free and you have no solution. Now IMF seek now with them one off, and in the best more bet me solve the problem.
So, Mama, you're a Christian Donkor and anything come. I feel now join the IMF. The issue of IMF, government going to IMF seeking bailout. The difference between the previous government seeking bailout from International Monetary Fund and currently the economic hardship in our country and globally. The recent Russia-Ukraine crisis of a pandemic, COVID-19, has resulted in government's efforts towards seeking bailout from IMF. And on come and in a professional Christian Donkor and I'll pay any and come. But let me seize this opportunity to acknowledge JK Stationery, JK Industries and Investments Limited. More NMO, high quality products. I found a stationery product, Papa beat me abuao. More Unauthorized products, the Unauthorized pens, pencil cases, crayons, smart sets, and be open on large quantity at 2 ton. They are JK Industries and Investments Limited. Also, about customized exercise books. You'll be open more. You can contact them on 0540 125 999. 0540 125 999 or 0593 811 088 0593 811 088 nti Shenonson pa na onyomu entwetwen enkomo Komfanoche Teaching Hospital Cancer Treatment Center. The Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is still donating to good people of Ashanti region. Senebeya most of me passes through there and you benefit from the Cancer Treatment Center. The details on our screen so ADB Banga all this kind of found ADB. Now account name no Oman FM flood victims. Oman FM flood victims. And account number no 113 10000 534 1001. Madina any branch you know. And I'm also on person from Momu 0542 869979 0542 869979. It didn't be Kenneth Techi Agyapong the Yenhwe na ancient. Opani, now how do we come out? IMF
small time on the decreasing expenditure. Say IMF, and then we come to see decreasing the expenditure. It is why IMF, after amount directing as to how you should increase your revenue, which will probably maybe increase bringing in new taxes and other things. And you levy at the buyer now. Who call IMF? I'm not for clients. He said they are coming to direct you a budget to cry. Taxes were crazy. What we are about to make us increase corporate tax. Do this. So there's going to be a serious direction as to how you should do because of and expenditure. So look, review your existing employees. Employees review. Number a being caught because a Juma. But the thing is that Ghana there was huge unemployment base. So sometimes you don't blame government too much. Everybody is putting pressure. And you say, I didn't so far Nipa 2, you end up bringing 4. Send your will be asked to be Juma. And the professor beat me, Banamitoka, the thing is that one of the possible distance are buying your back was on downsizing. Employees. So that a Juma or mobile a professor got no work and okay. Now one good thing to one good thing or say I am able to your say they will direct you and they will ask you employees in a one downsize it. Let's say Wuzika. Now a Juma nipa bakobe and see 4 into you and I'm say and you no benefit no. Already grandpa nipa 4 no kwan na ye kwan e bit fi omusuni enye adwuma o yes abe matre enti wo say enti e benefit ben ono ne ba say I am for beka che say yen downsize ne se woman look at the mentality of a professor and 2 on beka che say stop recruitment it's possible So we'll stop recruitment also so that you downsize it. The question is that every year Ghana universities, they graduate more than about 110,000 graduates. How are we going to solve that? And then the responsible say, Bakacho said, don't increase salaries. And all this thing happened at the NDC time. That is what Professor Gajano, being an NDC member, Okasani Manu, said, when we now benefit, they will ask you to stop recruitment. I benefit.
No, how can this be benefit?
Because I buy a recruiter. Look at it.
Now, what about the people?
Have you known, sir? And graduates in a good form, no? No, sir, we say Wusika, and they know your benefit. Because I am ever coming to tell you.
Every year, we have to graduate.
Graduates, are you not going to compound the problem? Look, there is a doing away with certain allowances. You better and in now go for ya, you do allowance, you can say stop it. Now, I don't cry, Miss Simukrana, you be crying at saying, yes, stop. And then also, you have one train, you are setting flagship program, you have to do away with. But like I said, this one a global pandemic generated thing. Okay. And so I'm going to invite to say, look, we know that the world economies, you have problems. All the countries you are down sinking. And so I'm saying you said this one, it will be a flexible one, not pushing you because you didn't generate it. Unlike the previous administration that generated the problem, heaped on us, and then they asked you to cancel all the recruitment, existing one Sakibi, doing away with certain allowances, and you didn't try a nursing training allowance in one training and but with this global, I think they are negotiable and nobody will remove them. That is a good thing for me, I expect. Because once the invitation comes from them, that, look, come and seek our assistance because we know the world is facing crisis. I think they will be flexible on the flagship program you take. It takes away all the burden. That's it. Okay, more bread. Entibra me mamu kwan ema maami ote eya oton banche kakra on ne capital esmo me mun koko to school fees na ne ba wo ne mfa ne say eya Wesley Gesa na yeso nko to 4,000 kra hefa no go baka say ewura pakoni ama na betrefie that one you are not helping the country. So that I think that for flagship program they are going to be flexible on that score.
All right, now sir abai didn't eko share IMF mo how do we come out from IMF?
Good. And only question you put to certain professors. Say quite you see how you and the same thing and almost suggest. So now after this we should come home and see how we can enhance our revenue. See how the same thing.
Now e-levy and a way of enhancing our revenue.
Champion, my catch say. This is your dishonest intellectuals who grow him. And politics now you pray. We should be very careful. Yeah? I almost say, oh, we have to come back home and to boil down to increasing our revenue and then also reducing our expenditure. And then reducing our revenue, besides which revenue, and increasing it. Increasing increase. I say no, and now government should think of new taxes. See. Government should think of
new taxes about the e-levy. It's a way of enhancing.
Sometimes it's very annoying and tempting. Very annoying. About the e-levy, I say, look, this is where ordinary person or your jumaji kakra. You know, you be push you be a mind. They say, look, I'm out free SHS. We need to sustain it. Into you kakra ne. Or be a sheda, a sheda, I prepare. See, you say, I catch a mentia. I will say it. The country say is not going to hear it. And the tell a choir, my emphasis a bit dodgy. Now, said, revenue expecting Yansanga, who said we should do away with. Now, we are still suffering. Now, Bakachi said, champion, my enfant, my crying floor, and Tianoso Yakoya nearby. IMF Zikan or Dama, saying, and that should be an addition. You shouldn't suggest that we should close it. And so this thing is that government should come in, look at a new way of generating revenue, look at the way existing taxes and so say you're increasing, and they are talking about the same thing. When it comes to expenditure, they are quick to mention. They say, Abai will have to look at free SHS gain. And I'm a cashier. So I'm brothers, why government to do something about expenditure. The first item they mentioned that government should do about something about free SHS. Now I'm saying we are diabolic campaign. The ordinary person we are quick to say so the man for better more because somebody want power. What I say, anti, I see free SHS. The government has a bursary, scholarship bursary. Look, if you like, go and take a list. With the exception of few, government officials are any sika won't be a money buso.
Scholarship for
a sika for the money buso. Ordinary person, our theatre apiati. Besides the buying a scholarship, maybe. Ordinary person, our tea, we say, achum, kotoku. Besides, when you be,
I think so.
You know, apply on ya.
If with the intervention of Abrante because so free there should be and no quantity about social media. President and
the best economic
student.
I wouldn't say you can see when the second year free SHS and go back to judge the best economic student. And about this one budgeting Gusiama. I didn't want to a kiki all that didn't now
yes.
And this is how we are losing better intellectuals.
New or benefit.
What I say? Acquire school a scafona mumano sabio, Minkasom, a biabum boas because we see a new Panaka or Titano or the Titano. Why Jimmy talk? But if I'm sorry, I have to say, because if you know what in one, we did, or we are all coffee and no movie. I suppose, look, Massa. I went to St. Augustine's, and I'm telling you the fact. When I me quiet, maybe I'm a diabetes. No adam or Timmy had no movie. No adam had no movie. Let's come from my pa and I say every week. Let us a pie a baby you granny in the provision. Every week will be a baby old ones. No, what so dear we are so new. That be enough for I see a replacing. Or damn it right. And no back down. Near Sorana Macoshe. Ponano, you better say, you take us soon, Luciano. No, but you said to people, when you as for a big Achimada, while cracking it is as to continue identity. Abide the way up by your sustain. You are quick to mention, say, free SHS, yeah, something about it. And the next target, no can say, nursing training allowance, no brother, young, almost starting to look at it. I was so many things. If you can say young block loopholes are prevent corruption, I mean no problem. That one the over to say to decrease our over expenditure, corruption will move. And so we should look at it. And this is what government what will they say? Let CEOs implement serious internal controls.
Loopholes in that.
All the employee group will be over on chassis and one for demonstration. We'll meet them. Kolebu hospital putting controls, airport putting controls because sika yengu among for someone with the free no. More than 2 times of what we get.
Because
what I say
the port why you know my free.
Yes.
Casa and coffee.
Oh,
and in your man we Mibusa I've been asking the sika you tama habo ne takra ni say sika na kwahin.
Kwahin. Me say 2%, 2 times of what we receive family, a concofobutum. So there should be serious controls. Now, I know can't me Judy. What I say because so be back, no we see interchange bago. I equal to 4, no be there 4, 3 years down the line. Then you should know how people are misusing Ghana's money.
Okay.
And they are so putting controls. A bema corruption in Yemen now. I bet or become 3.6 million. Not their drop. A nipati de Google Bason. President Guvana would dinner. That's what don't take Gubason.
Remember, you're a Christian Donkor. Jacob Sam said, good morning. Congratulations. I'm so grateful. Good work done. More to come. Doris and Kruma said, good morning. Sister Benani, congratulations for your good work. Thanks so much. Nana Opon, so we should vote for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akompre Ohene Agyapong for President of Ghana. Nana Kojo from Bampenase, Vida Bochi, also Wahine and Abna Machi. I've missed you too. as well as your guests. Keep the good work up. Long live Honorable Ken, the incoming president. Martin Amwa, okay, Martin, problem set, I saw your mom. Samuel Kelly, UK, I said, oh, congratulations. You deserve the trophy. Your good work and love for what you is clear. You've been doing is clear. May God be your guide and whatever you do. God bless you and your sister, Madam Kwekuma. Tony Dugan say, IMF, are we going or what? On only the other band. Dixon J. Mr. Donkor, please tell NPP not to go to IMF. Is here a congratulations to one and only presidential journalist. Wow. Title Adama in Ghana. The sky is your limit. Good morning. My incoming national chairman, Mr. Stephen Tim, and incoming national organizer, Eric Amwaku-Chum. This is from Enoch Nina Blattete, KEEA, and also the message about Enoch. Message in my kind. Question Reynolds. We shouldn't gloss over the fact that the global economy is in a serious financial crunch. And again, we cannot pretend that the COVID-19 Russia-Ukraine war having been the cause of all that we are facing. I hope good measures in addition to the IMF program will be put in place to salvage our situation. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona Odoben, Sami Boache from Asamankesi. Going to IMF is not bad. And if you compare the contract and contrast to the led NDC government and MPP had best management of the economy. Let's keep trusting the MPP government, and we have more policies to improve the lives of Ghanaians towards achieving a common goal. Regards to Kingston Akuminkisi, Fred Opare and Salam Mustafa, and Stephen and Tim, on also need what they Abba, that's say all this message, Abba. Kudos to Mr. Donkor. Thanks that when it comes to issues of the economy, he is down to earth explaining matters for us to understand it. Kudos. Congratulations for winning that prestigious award. Okay, so champion. The Musa question, who hear me? Okay. Also, what are some of the things that we should expect from negotiation? Because at least I say, when is the IMF on the bar?
Yeah. Well, I think that for IMF, nobody, for me, and yeah, I did, I may expect it is come to my mind, I much be. And if you tell me, and come in, my catcher say, you're necessary, say a beco, because no be kind, you catch on almost stop this IMF. But like we have told you, they have levels of negotiations. So, and one good thing is that Ghana, we are in the good books. I've listened. Tembia Yabakon to me a negotiation near film into 1 year good books. And the negotiation team no say if indeed we have accepted say Yabako finally as invited now, which for me they can do something about it. Look, the negotiating people should go having in mind the government social intervention. Okay. That they should tell them that if we do away with one unemployment at the public sector, if we do away with school feeding program, if we do away with free maternity care, if we do away with free SHS, our situation will be worsened. Because we are in a situation, because of Russia and Ukraine war, crude oil going up, prices are going up, and only intervention free SHS, so they should have that in mind and go in for a mania, one, and then two, they should make sure that they tell them that, look, let's negotiate. Freebies, social intervention there. We are begging you, let it stay. What I say? Nursing training allowance, which are disastrous. And I think that the good thing is that we are in the flexible zone, which because they invited us, that word now of pandemic, they have in mind of that. So one, unemployment situation, they should have in mind to negotiate that, look, don't freeze it. Two, we are saying that the free SHS and other things are serious intervention saving us, making fuel and all those things. And when they go ahead and they do the negotiate, get a good money with all these freebies, not frees, I think we'll be better off. But the bottom line is that they are coming to give us direction as to how to increase our revenue. And then how to also decrease our expenses. And we've mentioned the direction, the possible direction. And you know, so if they are going to, they are able to go for that negotiation at high revenue, income, and all this social intervention stay. I think that will not be bad at all. But we shouldn't remove
most of the flagship programs.
Yes, and then also our E-levy now already implemented. Government should not touch it. What I said.
Finally, what will be the possible effects we are likely to witness as we are going to negotiate with IMF?
Yes, I think we've mentioned them most often. The likely effect is one, Amubeba inside to give you a certain direction. For example, one every year, your budget in one, by all means, we will have them incorporated into our direction. And their direction is how to help you to increase revenue, and then how to reduce your expenditure. Into revenue, you be increasing as well, and then introduce new taxes. Existing ones and also one try be found. Your controls, put these controls in place. Expenses, so Yabaka said there are certain things that remove it. Don't you see? And you see, if you are a nurse, now utifie, Obia Babed Rani country way down. Emma, for the close 4 years, nursing for a years puninara. In the first place, or cancel allowance. Second, a year or catch will say, young for public sector. What now about 4 years? I buy you buy through good negotiation as a good manager. We're too many years for the hormone. One, he started recruiting. Shankofa and police. Shadis, non nursing fire form. That's how I'm checking. Near say going to about something thousand. Ya family na. Nasa one year school by 1 year or 2 year, 1 year. No what time demonstration. I buy shoe employers. They are traviache. Remember, this are buying. Expenditure yet tight. What febia into trouble. Now yet to make levy kakra. Trouble near kakra. Not say a physical space, you know, and you're good kakra. No on starting my work. Now I create demonstration. I could now. Who catch President Anado say, or the Sikana Massa Wabruni. Nursing. I obey you allowance. Now pay a rest to amount. Now, we betray 1 year, 4 years, a bill to one till pay by the way.
All right.
We see, these are the effect. So 1 year, or the catcher say, don't employ. It is a man says, supposing I'm on negotiation. I want to me a negotiating where. Nase, ya negotiating where. Nase, ya kase, okay, may kutua. Now, who knows in here, so by this time, you better than your phone.
So, Mamma, anyway, Christian Donkor and Edin Como, we have about a few minutes now. You're wrapping up the show. War Nkunesia, you see, from 7:30, we see her. To the debate about IMF, International Monetary Fund, government seeking bailout from them, support. No home como, and the Ekoso, Ukrumha, and a Ira Christian Donkor, Wajibre, I think it's a couple of messages. One message, Atiakema, or say, Bosso, Munkaila Jonas. Good morning. In fact, I was one strong NPP communicator who stands vehemently against government approaching IMF for support, but upon listening to IMF boss, by saying more than half of the worldwide economies have approached them for a program, I now fully support President Akufo-Addo and government to seek IMF support. It's quite clear that post-COVID implications, including Russia-Ukraine war, has devastated most economies. So it is time for all of us to support government in these troubling times, as it is being done in most countries. So therefore, the NDC should stop the needless propaganda, because without COVID, they took us to IMF. The Honorable Ophelia Kwanzaa Hayford, in regards to you, MP Papa. So wrap it up.
Yakase, the effective effect, and they say now they are coming to mend in your affairs. Until there is likely to prepare budget, Yabaka said this. And the possible thing is, one child revenue nanka yadi levy against you. Down that they are coming, one child with the more taxes of Krabaka. Say, look, do this one, you say. Now, and they will also bring certain controls. And to what you want, we are not the controls of back. I think now, because USA demonstration. And team one, so one, obeying tablet, no increase. And expenditure, so like I told you, it's possible. Or Becca was a cat. But the question is that even nurses for now will be in cry. So how are we going to get it? Tini a cast and can your option. But the question is that now I think it's an invitation. I think they will not go in. All right. So if I buy now say all this social intervention here, they still say no this taxes be a baby to pull out. All right. Now after we explain to the public said the need is you bet new more tax you will understand rather than go for it.
All right, very fruitful and interesting discussion live here on Ghana's biggest channel, indeed the 2TV Beyond the Limit, Ghana's biggest, most highly respected political, social and current affairs talk show with Christian Donkor, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, one of the finest economists in Ghana, and Eddie and Komo. Kudos to the production team, Mr. Robert Finn, Ejano Justice, Safo Kantanka, production team on the Jenimo and Afe, Elder Kwesininsin, focus, what they have been a Nyako Kwe Kuma Enka. Congratulations to the winning team once again, and I want to say for the support my team winning such an award. Congratulations to the entire team, myself, and and I'm a church members. You bet also on IMF. National agenda is happiness. Have a great Monday morning.